what a blast to be back with this group. What a blast to hear Felix on the bass vocals again. You guys know how much I love that, so thank you for this recommendation. Really enjoyed this one. Had some really groovy elements to it that I haven't heard before from them, and haven't heard a lot of that really in K-pop in general, so that was really cool. Some great vocals, some great rapping moments, some really cool audio engineering stuff that I enjoyed talking about. Guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you learn something. I hope you gain appreciation for this group. That's what I'm really here for, and I will see you afterwards. Enjoy.
Let's go! 정상인 척 다들 힘 좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소들은 새 락이 풀리면 다 똑같지. 눈은 날 무서워 허브제는 풀렸네. 정신을 간신히 잡지. 눈 한 번 깜빡이고 빼. 다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스프레 준비. Mashup.
Oh my gosh, there is a groove to this song that I have not heard before in Stray Kids. Now, to be fair, I've only heard a couple songs so far, so as y'all have been doing, please leave all the recommendations as I dive deeper and deeper into this group. But yeah, typically when I think of Stray Kids, and from everything I've heard so far, it's very forward driving, like big drum samples, you know, heavy subwoofers and 808s and stuff like that. But here we get much more of a groove in the song, coming from the actual percussion pattern to the certain kinds of instruments have more of like a groovy feel. We have kind of like a distorted saxophone type sound coming in here that adds to this groove. It's cool. It's a much more laid back version of Stray Kids than I've heard. Also, I do love maybe it's just for the music video, not in the actual, maybe it's not how this song is on streaming services, but we have this really cool, just a few seconds at the start of like this kind of movie trailer cinematic beginning to this very cinematic music video. This feels like it's going to be another really hardcore driving song.
Let's go! And
it's a groove. We're actually all the way up to F sharp already, which is very high for my voice as a bass voice. That would be a high vocal line for Felix, for example, my bass brother. But for most of the group, which is mostly tenors and pretty high tenors, getting up to that F sharp is really no problem. I mean, you can feel how casual it is for a voice type like that to get all the way up there.
Let's go!
Easy. That's a very American music industry sound. Trying to think of you hear it a lot in modern day rap and hip hop. That kind of distorted yelling thing. But with added effects, and they actually use auto-tune a little bit on that so the pitch jumps really quickly. It's a cool effect, but it's very much like American rap and hip hop music. I don't think I've heard that particular element in any K-pop before. A nice falsetto moment. So starting up at B natural and getting down to that F sharp I pointed out earlier. All in that falsetto. And then what I like is before we're going into what I imagine is the chorus moment, we actually lose the drums. So we kind of get a pullback. So the mood kind of chills for a second, but then that throws the alley-oop so that then the drums can feel more significant in the chorus.
눈 한 번 깜빡이고 다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스프레 준비 Mashup, mind blow
Oh, see, it felt like it was going to go right there into a chorus, but I guess it would make more sense to have a pre-chorus. So we'll be getting into the pre-chorus here.
정한 정상인 코스프레 준비 Mashup, mind blow 정신은 backup 프로토타입 내 속은 언제나 freaking monster 유행 같은 친절함은 저리 지나 rotten 내 통수에다 시원하게 욕해도 다 먹여 Hop in 순진한
Whoa, weird, crazy song structure. So I don't know if this is chorus or a very long pre-chorus. I want to hear at the start of this section, a lot of it, almost everything's cut out, right? We don't have the drums we had earlier. A lot of the backing elements are gone. I wanted to hear if there was vocals coming in the background that had been tuned to sound lower. You know, like if you do this kind of thing. I'm doing that naturally, but oh, well, Mason loves doing this. Mason, for this sentence and the next couple that follow, put one of the vocal distorters on my voice so it sounds really freaky low. And then just for fun, do the opposite
for this sentence and this one and this one and this one.
Okay, so that's what I'm checking for to see if any vocal modulation is happening. Yeah, I think it is. I don't think that's Felix's voice. Let me see if they have captions that I can help out here. Mash up, mind blown. Mash up, mind blown. If you listen in the left and it's panned far left and right. If you have studio headphones or some kind of 2-ear to some kind of system where you can hear it panned. If you're not just listening on like your phone or your laptop, you'll be able to hear very clearly. There's these deep voices in the left and right ears that to me sound modulated. It sounds like it's what Mason just did to my voice a little bit. Like, it's not that Felix couldn't do those parts. They're not particularly low. But I just think it's a producer tool. Oh, okay. Then my boy comes in. So this is a whole pre-chorus. This whole rap section is I mean, the only thing indicating it was going back to another drop or a chorus is in the background they have what's called a riser going during the second half, which is when you have an element like it just naturally feels like it's building towards the next section, usually a bigger section, a more intense section. But we mainly just we have one section here, a very stripped down rapping section where almost all the elements are gone. And then we have a second section where the drums come back in, and that leads us into the chorus. Very stripped down. Drums come back. Listen to that riser.
Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지. Maniac, Frankenstein처럼 걸어 Maniac.
Maniac. So he's going F sharp 2 to G sharp 2. So low F sharp to low G sharp. Maniac. Yeah, that's right in his wheelhouse. It is interesting when because his voice is just so different from everyone else in the group as far as I can tell. It's just so clearly a lower, darker voice type. And I mean, it seems like people love that. It seems like there's a lot of excitement about Felix's voice being a part of this group, which is great. I think bass voices, there's always been a novelty about them because we're rare. It's rare for people to have voices like to have a real bass voice, but you never hear like a major pop star with a real bass voice ever. So it's really cool that some bass voices are finding their way into very much mainstream music through these K-pop groups, really. I love that. I love seeing it. And then there's been, because of trends on TikTok and Instagram, I mean, I've gotten a lot of my following on social media from being a bass singer and doing stairwell singing and stuff like that. My good friend Bobby is the guy that made that really popular Hoist the Colors, yo ho, all hands. He's the guy that wrote that arrangement that blew up everywhere. There's more attention on bass voices nowadays than there has been recently, but it's still, aside from the occasional moment in K-pop, has not found its way truly into the mainstream. So let's keep this going. Let's keep the popularity growing for the basses, y'all.
Warning.
Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 maniac.
핑핑 돌아버리겠지.
Maniac, Frankenstein처럼 걸어
That's not working.
maniac.
Maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무슨 maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지. Maniac. 비정상 등성이 되는 maniac. Maniac.
That vibe is more what I think of when I think of Stray Kids, from what I've heard, is that driving, right? That really driving feel going forward, not so much that kind of halftime groove we heard in the first verse.
나서 빠진 것처럼 무슨 maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지. Maniac. 비정상 등성이 되는 maniac. Maniac. 다 터진 형식밥처럼
하, 결국 본색이 드러났지.
편하지 않은 life, it live
Hey.
is yeah.
Some super high chest voice there. Yeah, so I guess we're in F sharp. We're in F sharp major. Anyway, up to that really high B natural there that we heard earlier. We heard the other guy do it in a falsetto. We just heard this singer get all the way up there in pure chest voice. So keeping that chest connected. You can tell it's chest voice by the amount of weight in the sound. It's a very different, heavier quality than the falsetto, which is a much lighter mechanism, usually has more breath coming through the sound. Chest voice, when you stretch it up that high, pretty much always is very, very pure. It's very pure tone, unless you're trying to do a distorted sound.
편하지 않은 life, it live is
So when I do it, it's in falsetto. You can hear the extra air coming through. You can tell it's a much lighter mechanism. When he does it, it's more like it's really like healthy yelling. Like really, it's like yelling with really good technique and keeping your vocal folds together. You can tell that the clear difference in quality of sound.
드러났지.
편하지 않은 life, it live is yeah. 정상인 척 다들 척좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소 no pressure. 락해 풀면 다들 똑같지. 눈은 날 못 속여.
This guy as well. Now you're gonna have to give me a while to get all the names of these guys. Now it's a big group. This guy here has a really unique sound, a really unique color to his voice. He's very obviously a tenor voice, but it just sounds vocally, the color is very different from the other tenors in the group. Next guy. That's such a different sounding voice right off the bat. Back into the pre-chorus. I like the 2D animation they've put in this. That's really cool. It's just like obviously, cartoony. There we got some other vocal. We got a lower octave. It sounds like that because it's been modulated. I believe it's just his voice. I believe they've taken his voice and pitched it down and tried to make it sound how it does. It's a very intentional thing. What is that? What are we looking at here? Oh, it's his brain. Listen. Do you hear those lower voices in there? The modulated voices? It's pretty quiet, but with headphones at least you should be able to hear it.
순진하게만 보다가 그게 닥침 호의가 계속 되면 걸린 줄 아는 닥침 이러니 좋지 원이.
Wait, that's actually pretty high for Felix's voice. I'm sorry, it's the morning. Getting all the way up to E flat 4, which for a bass voice is getting relatively high. Now, once you're warmed up and you know how to sing and stuff, it becomes it's quite easy to sing that high. But it's still you would consider that in the upper range for a bass voice. And Felix is doing some rapping up there. I don't think I've heard him sing that high in any song so far.
전했던 바람도 언제 바꿀지 몰라 나를 숨긴 채 살아가 like a seal tone little
팝이 순진하게만 보다가 그게 닥침 호의가 계속 되면 걸린 줄 아는 닥침 이러니 좋지.
And he's got a little bit of grit in the sound. You can hear the sounds. It's not quite a perfectly pure tone. It's got a little of that grit and rasp in it, which kind of adds to the kind of darker, smokier color to his voice, in addition to it just being lower than everyone else's. But yeah, he's got a little bit of grit in there, which is pretty cool. Look at all these American shirts. I think there was one with I think one of the rappers had Trump. I thought I saw Trump on a shirt. We've got Felix has got The Simpsons. That's funny. This chorus is a totally different world sonically from the rest of it. Like, it's all like dark and underground and very electronic based. It's so radically different from everything else in the song.
Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 maniac. 빙빙 돌아버리겠지. Maniac, Frankenstein처럼 걸어 maniac, maniac. Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서운 maniac. 빙빙 돌아버리겠지. Maniac, 비정상 구성이 준다 maniac, maniac.
I think this chorus is basically the same as the first chorus, at least very similar, but I think we got some added, what is this new function? Is this a new function? You can like the video while in full screen? Wow. Incredible. I think there's some added riffing. Riffing, guys, is when you're singing a note like a vowel, but you are changing the pitch. Whoa. That's like a really basic riff. So you're typically staying on a vowel, holding a vowel, and moving the notes around. You can call them riffs. You can call them runs. In opera, we call them coloratura or coloratura passages. There's a little bit of that going on in this second chorus that I don't think was there in the first chorus. Other than that, pretty much the same. Oh, right? Simple riffs. See, that's a voice. That's a new tenor voice. I'm gonna sing everything an octave down. It's more breathier. It's more kind of sultry. It's not a really pure tone. There's an added jazziness to it. Softer. Oh, I love the chord progression in this what bridge section. We'll call it a bridge section. Very R&B feeling. Some nice harmonies there. On the very last note. I love that. It sounds like we have musical elements coming out from underwater. That's what's called, you use a low pass auto filter where only the low frequencies are passing. and then you gradually allow more and more frequencies to come in. And so it's that really cool, sounds like it's coming out from underwater effect you hear. And it's a great tool. It's used in a lot of music.
Maniac. Maniac.
Right? You hear more and more of it. It sounds so cool, and it's so easy to do. Like, as a producer, that's one thing that sounds really cool that's incredibly easy, whereas like mixing a song, hearing like a radio ready song takes like a genius level mixing. Genius. I'll take genius back. I'll say very highly advanced level mixing. Like, the mixing engineers for this music, world class. Hard to express that to anyone that's not, who literally hasn't tried mixing before. But the auto filter, very, very easy. That is like intro to production is using an auto filter, but it's so powerful when it's used.
Maniac. Maniac.
Maniac.
You cannot stop with this maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서운 maniac. 들어버리겠지 maniac. 비정
Some proper high notes here. Hold on.
You cannot stop with this maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서운 maniac.
High E flat there. All the way up there.
Cannot stop with this maniac.
And kind of a mix.
빠진 것처럼 무서운 maniac. 들어버리겠지 maniac. 비정상 구성이 중간 maniac. maniac.
So we get everything happening here, right? We get the high harmonies. We get some of those riffs I was talking about earlier. We get the maniac. All the beats are a little more intense. There's added percussion. There's some added instrumental things. And we get the big time choreo on the rooftops here. So we're really getting a climactic final chorus, which is what you want.
You cannot stop with this maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서운 maniac. 들어버리겠지 maniac. 비정상 구성이 중간 maniac.
That riser. I don't really know what the song is about. The captions were maddeningly unhelpful, as usual. So you can let me know about that as well. Guys, thanks for joining me for another Stray Kids video. It's been a lot of fun. I will slowly learn the names of all the members and be able to call them out individually. I plan on making a lot of videos for this group. You guys seem to love it. I'm really enjoying it, so it all works. If you'd like to support me further, please join my Patreon community. That's in the description below. It's the best way to support me. And I'll see you in the next Stray Kids video. Bye-bye.